I wanted to make this video for a while now, that the strangest parts about losing yourself is that it could all happen at once. You know, a dream gets left behind, habits starts to take control, and fear starts to replace confidence. Then you start comparing yourself to other people, and then you start to lose even yourself. And before you realize it, you become someone else that you don't even recognize. For the last couple of years, I've been asking the same question, and I've been struggling with this problem. I lost myself. This video isn't about for you guys to feel sorry for me. This video isn't for sympathy. This video isn't for attention. This video is just me telling you my story and what I've been going through for the past couple of these years, and me trying to find it back. Back when I was a kid, around 2016, 10 years ago, when I was around 7 years old, I had a lot of confidence, I had a lot of dreams, I had a lot of big goals, and I was very, very confident in myself. I was never embarrassed. I was definitely a shy kid growing up, but I was never embarrassed about myself and the stuff that I enjoyed. I always expressed to everybody, and I was cool with a lot of people. I once had passion for sports. I love sports, like football, basketball, and baseball. I always wanted to do those. I was in elementary school at the time though, even track. And those were one of the big things that I wanted to do when I was little and when I was in that school. I enjoyed those things. I enjoyed going on the game. I enjoyed making YouTube content. I was never embarrassed about what videos I posted on YouTube, who I was. I had a lot of confidence, I had a lot of dreams and goals. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I turn 18. I have no clue. But I want to make this video to help. I want to make this video to show you guys what I'm going to be doing for the next year of mine, showing the stuff that I enjoy and showing the stuff that I want to do in the future, and seeing that can help me out. I want to do a lot of things, and I feel like that's something Kid Me would definitely enjoy and love. In 2019, my family decided we were going to move to Florida, away from Buffalo, New York. And around that same exact time, I slowly started to lose myself. Maybe it was from me moving, maybe it was just me growing up. I still don't know. I just know that I didn't feel like myself anymore. I lost my confidence. Everything else that I once loved, I started slowly fading away. My dreams, I started not feeling as excited with sports, and I just stopped believing in myself. In 5th grade is when I also got introduced to pornography, and I was very addicted to pornography. It became another thing I carried in silence. I also started to become lazy. I compared myself to everyone else around me, and I was very jealous of other people. I never felt confident being myself. I spent so much time to become someone else that I forgot who I am. It was also around the same time COVID happened, so that also took a toll on me. And back in late 2020, we decided to move back to Buffalo, New York, and this is where I thought everything was going to be better. I thought, everything was going to go back to normal, and maybe it was just Florida that changed me. Probably Buffalo bringing me back. I was very wrong. I started middle school out here during 7th grade, and this is where everything that I carried from Florida, it did not go away out here in Buffalo, New York. This is also the same time where I started to develop social anxiety, and it was very bad, very, very bad, to the point where, like, you know, I couldn't even speak up at all. My grades started flopping around the same time too, not because I'm a dumbass, maybe, maybe, but because I just never spoke up. Anxiety took a toll on me, and it was very bad to the point where I couldn't do nothing. And this is where everything started going downhill for me. I lost myself even more when I came back from Buffalo, New York. I didn't feel comfortable being out here. I thought everything was going to be alright. It definitely wasn't. It felt like, I was not, I didn't feel comfortable being in Buffalo, New York. I felt like everybody was, whispering behind my back or like staring at me funny and weird shit like that. I didn't feel comfortable at all being out here in Buffalo, New York. And that also played a massive role in why I'm making this video. Out here, I was embarrassed with myself, and this is where I decided to delete everything. All my socials, my YouTube videos, all my TikTok, all my videos that I post on any social platform, I just deleted them. I felt embarrassed, and I started to question, to the person who I became. I didn't feel like myself at all. I was embarrassed to be myself, like even a little bit. And it wasn't just around people that I never knew. It was around family as well. I didn't feel comfortable at all with nobody. And I was in a dark place around this time at a young age. Looking back now, I am grateful I kept going. Even when I couldn't see what was ahead of my future, I'm very grateful that I kept moving forward. Around the same exact moment, around the same time, I became very, very depressed. Depression took a big toll on me. And this is not just me in middle school anymore. It's been like this since 7th grade all the way to sophomore year. And around sophomore year, beginning of sophomore year, depression took a massive toll on me. I didn't feel comfortable at all being myself. And I did not enjoy who I was. I didn't enjoy anything. I lost confidence in basically everything. Depression took a massive toll on me to the point where suicide was on my mind. This is a big, big thing that I wanted to talk about. One of the biggest reasons why I want to make this video. Because suicide is not something to joke around about. It's something very serious. I never told anybody about this. Ever, express my feeling. Everything I'm saying in this video, I never told anybody. Every word that you're hearing, I never spoke a word to, not a single person. Suicide was in my mind around this time, and there was definitely signs of suicide. Like, it was to the point where my room was completely garbage. Like, it wasn't dirty. It was fucking filthy. It was filthy. And I never cared to clean it up. And the only time I did clean it up is when I was forced to. And even that, it took me like a week to just pick up trash. I'd never played the game. Okay, I lost in touch with multiple friends. I made countless of mistakes with a lot of people. And I was isolating myself. I never went outside. I didn't do shit. I didn't do nothing. I never attempted suicide. But this is also why I want to explain. This is also why I want to talk about what I'm about to talk about next. I didn't just wake up one day and, everything was okay. It takes time, and there were people who helped me. There was conversations that saved my life from suicide, and I wanted to thank my grandparents for helping me with this suicide of mine, this depression of mine. They brought, and I didn't express my feelings towards them. You know, everything I'm saying right now, I didn't tell them. But what my grandparents did, me, ever since living with them, they brought back my confidence, everything that I once enjoyed, that I was once embarrassed about. It's all back again, and I am very, very thankful for what they, did for me. Suicide was on my mind for a very long time. It was to the point where I was going to attempt my life. Last summer, suicide was one of the biggest things that was on my mind. And now, during September, when I moved in with my grandparents, they literally, I just felt like, myself again around them. And they brought back so much stuff that I once loved and enjoyed, my confidence, my passion, and all the stuff that I once enjoyed. It all came back. And yeah, as I'm very thankful for that. They reminded me that, life isn't over, and they helped me find things that, that make me feel alive. Like all these hobbies that I enjoy. One of them, for example, is urbexing. I enjoy it so much, I feel it's one of the things that I enjoy the most, and they help me bring me that spirit. I'm not saying urbexing is, not everybody's hobby, but they brought back so much things that I enjoy. I'm now going to the gym. That's what I enjoyed a lot. I'm now, playing at a game. I'm now, trying to improve on my life, and I'm trying to become a better person and learn new things. And if it wasn't for my grandparents, I wouldn't have did any of this. I probably would have lost passion for this as well. I'm starting to get my passion in sports again as well. That's why I want to go back into the gym during the summer, and I want to, make a lot of progress, and I want to record it. I want you guys to, be a part of my journey. I don't want to spend the next years living the same way I spent the last couple of years. I want to become stronger physically, mentally, spiritually. I want to build a life, that I'm proud of. And I want to chase my goals and create videos that actually mean something. If you're watching this and struggle with anxiety, addiction, feeling lost, or feeling like you become someone you don't recognize, I want you to know that you're not alone. I can't promise that life changes overnight, because mine definitely didn't. But I can promise that changes are possible, and just keep going, keep fighting, and keep showing up. Keep proving yourself that that you can move forward with life and be yourself about it. You don't gotta be embarrassed. This is the end of my story. This is just the beginning of a new chapter. From now on, this channel is going to just document my journeys, my mistakes, my victories, my adventures, and my growth of, my journey. Yeah, I know this was a great video for a first YouTube. I really didn't have anything planned. My voice sounds iffy too, so don't complain how the way I talk. This is just me being me. And yeah, if my story helps one person feel less alone, then sharing it was definitely worth it. So yep, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.